What's cooking, Bianconeri? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. Whoever said that international breaks were boring, whoever told you that was incorrect, sir. You know why? We got two big stories dropped in this night into the morning, so we had to bring you a video as soon as possible. First off, what do we talk about? Dybala's renewal is imminent, says Romeo Agresti. He has some details there. What does that look like for the Argentinian player moving forward? And then also the headline story, the reason that I am doing this video so early for you guys. The deuce is loose. Dusan Vlahovic to Juve in 2022. How likely is it to happen? Nico Scherer gives you an update. Stick with us. We'll fill you in now. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back. You're in the Bianconeri zone. My name is Justin Sofro, and today is Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, giving you your latest rundown of all things Juventus. You know I had to come in hot with this one. This one's a big news day, news drop video, and I'm excited. I didn't expect this during the transfer. What am I saying? The international break for Juventus. Italy's in play on Wednesday. Not much usually happens. Usually during this time, we're just trying to pick and whatever we can find. Give us something. Give us a scrap, something to work with. Guess what? They gave us a big one today, and we're going to talk about it now. Two big ones, really, with the ongoing saga with Dybala, and then, you know, the later one. The one you're really probably watching this for, the one I'm excited about. Before we do anything, though, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. What are you doing? Join our community here. We're growing, and we're going to bring you more and more content down the line, hopefully more fun content. Something that I'm really excited about is doing some of the more different stuff that brings you a lot of variety than what you get from normal channels. Like I said, just keep an eye on us, join our community, and you'll be able to see what we bring for you. It's all free anyway, so what are you doing? Make sure you hit that like button as well. Like our videos, especially if you like them, but if not, like them anyway. We appreciate it. Also hit that bell icon to stay notified for all our latest videos. Okay, let's just jump into it, right? We got a big news drop. Let's go ahead and give you the very first one, and that is Romeo Agresti, the most trusted name in the game, is coming to you, bringing you this update. What is going on? What happened to my voice there? I don't know. But anyway, giving you this update with Gol Italia, and he's saying that Dybala Renewal is in its final phase. The club lawyers are at work to sort out the final details for Dybala's contract until 2025. An agreement has been reached for a deal worth around 8 million euros plus bonuses. So this is exciting. This is some great news. Juventus, I know so many times, again, I talked about it in yesterday's video. I talk about it in almost every video. The meeting before the meeting for the meeting, and then we can finally talk about the meetings. Those are done. They're going to be done. We're going to be over this. Once the international break is over, we can move on from this. We can move into the future. This is very important for Juventus. Why? Again, regardless of your personal opinion on Dybala, if you think he's not living up to your standard of what a striker should be doing at Juventus, Dybala is still a financial worth when it comes to Juventus. He's worth money. He's important for the program, the club moving forward. You have to have him under contract. Even if you're not going to keep him, to sell him, you have to have him under contract to sell him to somebody else. If he were to leave on a free, that would be very detrimental to Juventus. We don't want that. Regardless of what some of the fans say, we do not want that. That would not be a good move. You're already in the red deep. We don't need more in the red trying to buy somebody else. But some positives, he's going to be renewed, and it looks like around 8 million euros plus bonuses, so I would imagine more than likely that total will be around 10 million euros overall for what Juventus will be paying him. I think that's a fair enough offer. I think 8 million plus euros to bring you around 10, 9, 10, whatever have you, is more than a fair for what Dybala is worth and what he's bringing to the table. I know people were talking about 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever have you, before. Some of those are just gaudy numbers that were never going to happen. Juventus can't pay for that. Or not that they can't pay for that, but they shouldn't be paying for that kind of player. He is not. Like I know some people brought up about Chiesa, even his worth and how much he's getting paid. Chiesa is a younger player. Chiesa will be getting paid eventually, trust me, but not right now. But as it stands, good news overall for Paulo Dybala, his situation at Juventus and his stance, staying with the club, and then also just kind of a bombshell saying it's done, because we talked about it. I was a little bit nervous. I was thinking throughout this this international break. Every time it's a break, I think it's a Mercado break. That's what my mind's wired to do. Anyway, the way my mind was working, though, and what it really is that it's an international break. I thought nothing would come of it if it would be in the final days. That still is a possibility that it's the final days that actually has happened, but an agreement's been reached, which is the most important step. Lawyers sign, get the pen to ink, whatever have you. then we can move on from this. And you don't have to have this conversation anymore about Paulo Dybala and his contract. But let's jump into the story. The reason why you're all here, the reason why I'm here, I mean, it's not the reason why I'm here for all of it, but the reason that I'm really excited today, and that is Nicolas Shearer, who kind of dropped this bombshell late last night, especially if you're in Italy. It was definitely a late one. But he said, talking about Vlahovic to Juve in 2022. We were talking about Dybala. We're talking about a striker about having to replace him. Who's the guy you could replace him with? Well, who's the guy who you could add to what we already have in the striker room, if you will? And that would be Dusan Vlahovic. His report from Nico Shearer is saying Juve are the reason Vlahovic refused Fiorentina's offer to renew his contract until 2026 for €4 million. The Bianconeri are in advanced negotiations with the Serbian striker agent, Ristic is his name, and are aiming to replicate the deal made with Chiesa in the summer. So this is very important information, and we need to talk about why is this happening, what's coming up, what is the changes? Because if we're being honest, the way I looked at it and what I expected to come from this was honestly not really. I kind of thought it was a dead story. I thought it was over with. I thought Vlahovic was just a dream that was not going to come, like Haaland, like, Messi, whatever you want to throw out there, all the names. I thought that was going to be Vlahovic. Vlahovic is good. Is he, that level of player? Not yet, but he definitely, he's a skill. He's going to be one of the big guys moving forward. So basically what happened was, and I guess if we want to get into the nitty gritty of it, and we talked about it a little bit on yesterday's live, was basically the Comiso, he's an Italian American like myself. So, I don't cut him any slack. But I will say is, he doesn't understand how things need to be done when it comes to contracts, when it comes to professionalism in general. And he basically screwed himself. That's the only way I can really say he screwed himself, because he made comments about Vlahovic's contract, made it personal, and made this a public spectacle, if you will, talking about his contract. Obviously, this rubbed Vlahovic the wrong way, rubbed his agent the wrong way, rubbed the people around him the wrong way. Why would he want to stay at Fiorentina when he can go play for a better, bigger club? And that's what he's kind of doing. And now I feel like what may have been something that I thought was a dead end, now a new doorway opens. And now Juve is that doorway for him. Another perfect opportunity to swoop in and get another top Fiorentina player to come to Juventus, because he's hamstringing himself because of what he's doing. Not Vlahovic. Comiso has done to himself in his relationship with that player. So that's good news to hear coming forward. Hopefully he will come to Juventus. Hopefully that'll be a deal that will get done. Now, there's another part to this, though, that we have to talk about. And when I say that is, what other dominoes fall with this? And that's something that's interesting, because if you bring in Vlahovic, you have, I don't want to say a crowded striker room, because you don't. This was the piece. Ronaldo departed last season. Now you have this piece to come in and be the guy, the big-time striker, to come in and replace Ronaldo in that room. Big deal. But, and this is where it gets, iffy, because I know some people are not super high on him. But who's out? Who's left out in the cold in this situation? And if this were to happen, more than likely, unfortunately, fortunately, whoever you are, whatever your opinions are, that may leave Alvaro Morata out when it comes to his buy option from Atletico Madrid. He has that buy option. They're going to toss some money his way. And that's where it becomes iffy. That's just that's my personal opinion. It's iffy because I honestly think more highly of Morata than a lot of people do. I think Morata is a solid striker. He played a part in 20 goals last season. That's pretty darn good. And I think he's really just a pretty stable unit. I feel like the fans of Spain give him a lot of crap for no reason. I feel like some Juve fans give him a lot of crap for no reason. Maybe it's because personally he has a nice guy attitude. And that's the thing, is maybe because he's nice, people think he's soft and think that he can be a little bit more criticized than some other people would do. Vlahovic doesn't give me off that vibe. Anyway, what I'm saying, though, what I'm getting at is basically if Vlahovic were to come in, that's probably at the cost of our guy, Alvaro Morata, a guy I really like a lot. Would love to be able to keep both of them. But honestly, if we're looking at the reality of the situation and what's best for Juventus, obviously Vlahovic is going to be the guy you want to move forward with and the guy you want to get. That would be a disappointment for me personally, because again, I do like Morata. He's a very important history with Juventus. He also has a history that is he loves the club. He loves the people around it. which would be sad to see him go. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think, would you take Vlahovic? Would you rather go after a different option? Honestly, with the way that the financial situation worked with Juventus, be it money coming in, money going, whatever have you, it didn't even look like Vlahovic was really going to be a possible option. But one thing I will say, and you'll have to hold me to this because I'll be patient during the next Mercado. I don't think this will be a winter Mercado. I think this will be a summer Mercado option buy that'll hopefully happen. I'm learning from the Locatelli situation is to be calm and trust in Cherubini. He worked out a great deal. Hopefully he can get the same thing done. Maybe he'll fleece them for like a 3-year option to buy on a free something for Vlahovic, or like a free loan. We'll see. Who knows how it works out, but we'll see what happens there. And hopefully they can bring Vlahovic to Juventus for the future. But it looks like more and more likely that Vlahovic to Juve could be a deal that could get done in 2022. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're excited about this, any other opinions on that, let me know. But that's really what the main story for the day. Big story, big. Like I said, I've been waiting for some more transfer market news. Who doesn't love it? Yes, you're eating a little bit of the trash, but I love it. And it's exciting to talk about new potential guys, especially big-time guys like Vlahovic. Like I said, let me know in the comment section down below. But anyway, that's all the news I have for you today. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. As always, make sure you hit that like button if you liked what we talked about in the video. It's just honestly in general, even if you don't like it, because it's not always good news, but please hit that like button. We appreciate the support you guys give each and every day. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Make sure you follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow me at Justin Sofer on Twitter, and my boy Julian Genotti at Genotti151 on Twitter as well. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.